Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm starting with a sketch from 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 18. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting with a sketch from Series 18 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. All of our sketches are sent to Christy specifically to be used for the series, so if you like to be inspired by sketches, you can find all of these sketches from all 18 series in the Albums section of Christy's Facebook group, also called 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. You can find the link to that in the description of this video, along with a link to a collaborative playlist where scrappy YouTubers who are using the sketches from the series can add their videos, and viewers like you can watch a variety of interpretations of each sketch. Today is day 29, and our sketch creator is Tara Van Moorsel. You can find Tara on Instagram at Tara Scraps and on YouTube at Tara Scraps. I will link her social medias in the description box as well. So Tara's sketch starts out with this background, and then it has a slightly smaller piece that's a little bit tilted, and then some layers of paper and 3 photos. So I had 3 photos of this in my roadside attractions. It is a giant, massive cuckoo clock found in Kimberley, BC, which is kind of a mountain town, I would say. A lot of tourism there for skiing, I guess. And then instead of a bird coming out of the clock, we have little happy hands here. He pops out and does a little yodeling. So that's kind of funny. You have to put in $1 to get him to come out though. Yeah, so anyway, I thought that would be a fun one to scrapbook today. So we're going to put these guys over here with my journaling and get started with our papers. So for my background paper, I wanted something kind of plain, which I didn't really have left. So I grabbed, because I'm working with this free bird collection again from Photoplay. I think I used it earlier in the series. And we're going to start with just, I think this was from a paper pad, but it looks kind of like a wood background-ish, wood grain, sort of. Not like our traditional wood grain, but, you know, something like that. And then I was thinking for the bigger square piece that we could use this pattern. I'm not sure why. But it gave me that vibe. So I thought it was fun, and we're going to work with that. So just where did I put my paper trimmer? Okay. So I'm thinking that square that's kind of tilted in the center is probably about somewhere between 10 by 10 and 9 by 9. So I can always make my paper smaller, but it's harder to make it bigger. So let's start with a 10 by 10 square and see what that looks like. And we'll go from there. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's lots of space. We're good. Okay. And then we have some smaller layers. So I'm going to grab the scraps that I have. There we go. And we have this one. I'm going to try to map my photo. These were the cardstocks I used last time. So I'm going to see if I can map my photos with those. These ones are too small for the layers that we're looking for. So let's just eliminate that. There's also some scraps here. So we also have this scrap, this scrap. This is a scrap, although it wasn't exactly part of the collection. And then we have this. I think the rest are 12 by 12 still. So I'm not afraid to cut into those, but let's see what we can do with what we have here. So, let's start with maybe, this is kind of directional, so we won't use that one because the stripes are vertical on here. We could probably use this. Let's start there. It's this on the other side, but I've already cut out, there was 2 of these, so I've already cut out all the cut apart cards and have them set aside from the other sheet. And maybe I'll cut that just a little bit smaller than the other one. So like 9 3/4. There's that. And then this one would go nicely as well. Ooh, I like that too. Okay, there we go. Okay, and we'll just cut that to be even with what we already have started. And then we'll go a little bit smaller than last time. Oops. Okay, so let's start there and see where we're at. So we have this one that we can just kind of set in there. Oh, I guess it's like on this kind of an angle. And then this one kind of crosses over this way. That really did not come out nicely. I don't know what I did there. There we go. And then it does look like we have a horizontal strip, so we could use, where did it go? The green one with the little birds, or use the floral side. Let's start with a three and a half by, what do we think, maybe like 9? Something like that. And then we have our photos. Oh, I managed to lose one somehow. Let's see. We got, this is after he's popped out of there. This is an up close one. And then this one. So how does this go? Something like this. Okay. Fun. They all kind of overlap this row here. So there we go. Yeah, okay, so that's what we have. And then we will have to get these onto some cardstock. We can probably do a little bit of both colors somehow, maybe this one and this one, or do I want them all three the same? We will see. Okay. Okay, so I think we've got all of our paper layers. We just need to start inking. I think I'm going to use my Relaxit Distress ink today. And maybe there. Okay, so let's maybe get the title on first. Shouldn't have put glue on that. There. So I can get my, that's gonna be interesting. Okay, so my title is Happy Hans, and I just used this glitter thicker again. I think I used it earlier in this series, and I thought I would use it again for this one. So okay, I think that's as straight as it's gonna get. It looks a bit weird in 2 dimensions on camera, but it's quite readable in real life, as you can see when it's shining. There we go. That's what it looks like. So it stands out quite well. Okay, so then my journaling I was gonna put here, but I don't know. Maybe, yeah, right here, right above my title. But I think I want it on dimensional, which will be fine. So I just am using this scraps of chipboard that I've already used the dimensionals from. And that's what I'm using as dimension, or to add dimension to the backs of the things on here. That's what I used behind my photo. There we go. And we have photos, journaling title. We need our date. I have this and this. Thinking I might want my title up that way. I don't know if it's going to stamp nicely on that one. Does it even fit? No. Well, that's going to decide it for me. It doesn't actually fit in there. So, all right, now let's look at some embellishments. We have clocks. So these clocks are from All in Create. They make stamps and ephemera packs. I think they're primarily geared towards card makers, but I absolutely love some of their die cut packs. And it's a really fun way to buy die cuts if you are that person who has so much paper and you're like, I really don't need more stuff. So you buy the die cuts and then you can add them to either like kits that have lots of scraps and not enough embellishments, or just like build your own kits. They're really good for all of that kind of stuff. So that one kind of, it lines up too much with that. So maybe I'll pop this guy over here. And then I want this one up by my date. There we go. So we got 3 clocks. We have this sticker sheet from the collection. And it had this bird sticker, which I think I want on here. I'm just not really sure how I'm going to add it yet. I also thought about using this somewhere, maybe down here. And I also thought about doing like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing, but I don't know where I would put it. Just because it has these numbers on there. There, I kind of like that because it kind of gives that like countdown, you know, before the cuckoo clock pops out. So I think this could probably get tucked in with this. And I wonder if I could... thinking we could tuck this in behind those other two. I didn't even glue this. This one. And then this I put some dimensional foam. It's fun foam, so one side is sticky and one side is not. So because this is a sticker, I put the not sticky side of the fun foam onto the sticker part. And then I just have to peel off here. And I don't know, maybe I'm changing my mind about these. I feel like they don't really match. I have this second sheet and I'm just noticing that this pink bird faces the other way. So maybe I want this guy here. And then what if we put this little guy there? Okay, so we have a few embellishments here, here, and here. We got those numbers, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy Hans. I think that's good. And then I just want to add some enamel dots, and I grabbed, because I was using this gold here, I thought maybe I could put that around a little bit just by adding some gold gems, or not gems, what are these called? Enamel dots as well. So I think that is my completed layout for today. So thank you so much to Tara for submitting this beautiful sketch for us to be inspired by. I like to be encouraged to put things at wonky angles because it's not something I think to do very often, because I like things straight and lined up, because that's the way my brain works. So I love this. I love being challenged to do that, and I always like the way it looks in the end. So thank you, Tara. I appreciate it. And thank you to Christy for putting on another series of 30 days of sketches. Don't forget to go and give Christy and Tara some likes over on social media. I hope you're feeling inspired. There will be a close-up shot of the layout and a couple of detail shots at the end of the video. I also post my layouts to Instagram as well as to my Facebook page at Paper Route Scrapbooking. If you're here from the 30 Days of Sketches playlist, thank you so much for spending time on my channel. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, and I would love to see you come back again. That's it for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.